because he caught the waves mid, and then the ones on top as well.
Welcome everyone to the LEC post game. My producer is saying go, 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 like I don't know. I just wanted people to hear what you were saying, obviously. But we'll get to talk about that at length. I'm here with Larssen and Odo. We already talked to Comp, but obviously now we get a little bit more time with you two. You tweeted, what a show. And so
Wait,
you weren't.
Is that censored?
It's because, okay, we swore so much on this broadcast, so we're not doing it. So be careful today. And you,
I was about to do it.
So he was pretty unhappy with the series, Larssen, but you guys won, and it was super impressive. So do you think he should have a bit more praise for the way he played today?
Yeah, I mean, I think so. I think you should be happy, but are you happy, Odo?
I was happy with my games up until game 4. Game 5, the Avengers were a lot on my lane.
Yeah.
The squad was ganging up on me. So that was kind of sad.
But isn't it good that despite that, you won?
Yeah, I mean, Larssen gave me a lot of reassurance that, yeah, Niski's just dropping waves, and I'm like, nice. I'm dropping waves too.
I saw my Gnor like 40 CS at minute 10 or something. So I was doing all my best to make him happy because I realized he was probably very sad Gnor.
Yeah.
So I was just trying to make him happy. Yeah.
Trying to make Odo happy is basically a full-time job, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, for sure. No, all jokes aside though, monumental win. Larssen, I mean, we've talked so much about best of 5s versus the Mad Lions, specifically for Rogue. You finally won it, and it was so impressive. What do you think it came down to across the series and maybe in that game 5?
I think it just came down after the first 2 games, first 2-3 games against in game 4 and 5, we kind of calmed down a bit. I think we're not calm enough. We were very talking way too much and being I don't know, not playing like we should. Because I felt in the games after game 1, I knew this would be a free win. Even if we lost the first game, I knew it would be a free win against Mad because I felt they were pretty bad. So I just knew we need to calm down, and I was always making sure my team knew that we would win the series and then.
Okay, it was free win, but still, let's go all the way to game 5 and get really stressed out, Odo, and then really have to get Unforgiven dead, and that's so difficult. Did you feel as relaxed as your mid laner is making it seem?
I mean, I kind of shared the feeling that, I mean, honestly, after game 1, I felt like both teams were just really bad, you know? Because, I don't know, game 1, I felt like our comms were really messy. We were kind of chaotic and all over the place, and we couldn't really, you know, focus as much as we should have. But I felt like they were also making a lot of mistakes. And I was like, yeah, I mean, it's just one of those series that whoever stops inting first will win. And I don't know, I felt like we were gonna win, you know, game 5, even all the way from you know, game 3, even though we were down 1-2. I felt like we're kind of just losing the games because of, you know, just random misplays in key moments, you know. And I felt like we just need to kind of pick our moments a bit better, and it's gonna be fine because I felt like laning wise, everyone was doing a really good job, and Marang was also doing a pretty good job outside of the, you know, level one shenanigans.
Happens.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know, the level 1s kind of set us back a bit. And yeah, disrupted our flow because you're like, yeah, we're gonna win, but they were kind of not letting us win because of the level 1.
You talked about the Avengers being in your lane. Something we talked about on the desk here is that if something is happening on the map, the Mad Lions are going to flock towards it and try and make it happen. Is that something you also identified as well that is going to be happening and that could be a weakness if we catch them out?
I mean, that's something you know about Mad. They always flock together and go together. But they did it really well. I think that was their win condition, the level 1s and stuff, when there's abuse top or abuse bot. Luckily, I'm not part of the Avengers squad. They never attacked me, so I was pretty much chilling.
Okay.
So maybe that's why I was so calm all the time. I knew we would win, but I understand if my teammates were a bit stressed after those level 1s.
Okay, I see. When it comes to kind of how the series played out and how close it was, a lot was up in draft. There was a Teemo ban also, which Comp was asked about, and he said, my mid laner banned Teemo. So is there anything you can disclose, Larssen?
I mean, my team was giving serious bans, but it was about mid lane, so I was a bit too cocky. I didn't want to ban mid laners. So I decided for myself that I will ban Teemo. Also, I think Mad was the team who would ban Teemo 1 year ago or something.
Oh.
I think so, at least. So that's why I wanted to ban Teemo. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, for me, it was kind of funny because I tell Larssen, hey, we have a complete open man. What do you think we just ban Talia? And he's like, nah, he just bans Teemo. And then we go 4-5. And then Larsen's like, I think Talia's good ban here.
Was it the first thing I said when we went to 4-5 bans? I said, just ban Talia, I guess.
Yeah, just banned. I guess it could be a problem. My producer told me that it was Brand that they banned versus G2.
Oh,
actually.
shit.
So you dropped the ball, actually.
I choked
oh,
it.
no, he also cursed off.
Choke of the year.
What's going on? Yeah, that was the choke of the year. Glad it's that for a change, you know. But regardless, though, about that topic, Game 5, I think, had a lot of Rogue fans probably, and your coaching staff, I want to guess as well, a little scared just because you again stepped into the game really well. But then Mad was able to string a couple of fights together. Unforgiven was doing insane damage at some points, Odo. So how did you kind of recalibrate at that moment in the game to make sure that you could bring it home?
I mean, it was really free up until the point where I felt like they kind of got the goal to be a bit more even because we had a pretty big lead in the early game, and I felt like we outraged them so hard with the Caitlyn Lux. They were power spiking super hard. They also didn't have the ward item complete, so they didn't have ward. So it was really easy for us to just play. But I think we messed up on Drake one time, and then they kind of closed the goal gap to the point where they have pretty good engage with Wukong and Silas maybe finding like a miracle engage. And yeah, at the same time, we didn't really have a lot of disengage tools, you know. So I felt like it got to the point where we kind of needed to pull the trigger first. We kind of had to make the opening play with Caitlyn walking forward and you know, trying to get a chunk on the Lucian, which we started doing later on in the game. Mm-hmm. And I think it was one of our only win conditions in that comp, just because we didn't really have a lot of tools. So I don't know, we just needed to kind of everyone play individually well, mark people for the team fight so they don't get like, you know, a good engage.
Yeah, specifically Elyoya he was constantly looking for the angle for the engage. There was, it seems, hyper awareness on tracking him in those late game team fights, Larssen.
Yeah, I mean, he was doing it every time. And actually one time it kind of cost his team the game, I think.
Yeah.
Before the Elder, he got caught out because we knew he would flank. So he died, and then we got Elder, and then we got Nash and ended the game red. So kind of, I mean, after a while we understood they need to kill him on the flank. Took a bit too long time, but at least we did it in the end.
I mean, it's also, that was their win condition also. They needed to get a full engage on you to bring it home. But you didn't falter and you made it. Means you're going to Worlds. Congratulations.
Yeah, I mean, to us, we were already in Worlds.
Mentally?
I mean, mentally, for me at least. I mean, I think G2 has 1% chance of losing Misfits, kind of.
Okay.
So, I mean, I can do it, but I mean, qualifying for like 4th place wouldn't be cool anyway. That would be really cringe.
Have you not learned enough from watching and being in the LEC? Don't count your marbles, like, don't let G2, you can't put that much faith in them, man. Like, they don't always.
I will see G2 next week.
Okay. Oh, I see. Okay, nice. But you didn't make it to World, although you already expected to be there. But Odo, yes, another rodeo ride at Worlds. You excited?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of nice because the first 2 years of my career I went to Worlds, and then I took a very long break, and now I guess it's another 2 years at Worlds. So maybe I hope that another very long break won't come again. But yeah, I mean, I'm really happy. I just want to, you know, not care so much right now that we're at Worlds, because I don't want to end up going to Worlds on like 3rd or 4th seed.
Yeah.
And you know, I don't know, it's just, I feel like it's not the best way to go to Worlds if you have to, I mean, play-ins is nice and stuff, it's always more experience and stuff, but it would be, it would feel like charity, you know, you're going to Worlds just because you kind of got the last spot and other teams are better than you know? So I don't know, I'm really excited for it. I'm gonna think about it a lot more after the playoffs, especially after like, you know, our last Worlds performance, I felt like it wasn't the best. So it's something that I'm really looking forward to.
I'm really glad you put it like that, because I feel like that's what people expect, right? Yes, you're happy to make it to Worlds, but people want to see Rogue get that title. And now you're going to Sweden, of course, your home country. You also said, I guess, one of your first or your very first full arena. Yeah, experience. How excited are you to go there?
I mean, it's crazy. It's my first arena. It's in Sweden, in an arena I've been to as a kid. I've been watching shows as a kid there, so it's really insane. I mean, yeah, I didn't really care as much about Worlds. I just want to go to Malmö, honestly. That was my main motivation.
Oh, I love it. Odo, I mean, for you as a competitor, I guess you're probably very much looking forward to the full crowd experience again.
Yeah, I mean, especially after, you know, COVID has been here for so long. I think before this, our last full venue was like in Athens, I think, a couple of years back.
2019, yeah.
It's already been 3 years. So,
yeah.
I mean, it's crazy because, you know, back in the day, I was kind of taking it for granted, you know, we're going to go on the road shows after LEC and then you get to experience all these cool venues. But for someone like Larssen, who never actually got to experience all these like cool venues, you know, to get the energy from the crowd and all of this, I think it's I'm mostly really excited for him, because it's his first time experiencing something like this.
Yeah, and for some of the other players as well, it was really cool. Comp on Euphoria was saying, "I want to do it for the boys. I want to win it for all of you who he saw, when it didn't go well in the past, and he watched you guys, and it's cool. You guys seem like a really big family that all is just going for this one goal, which is this. I was gonna say the Sounders Cup, which is also a goal, I guess, but the LEC trophy. So let's take a look at this then. Larssen, you said, "Oh, I already think G2 is going to win for sure tomorrow." Why do you think they're such big favorites over Misfits?
I feel like it's a Misfits from spring, where they just had a surprisingly good regular season, but they're not actually good. I feel like this happened now, like past 2 splits. It happened last summer as well. I remember they got in top 4 and then they just got stomped.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just gonna be the same story.
If that happens, they do fall down to the lower bracket. Mad is now in the lower bracket, so it depends on who goes down to see where Mad will end up, like in the first or kind of in match 4 or in match 5 because of the seeding, right? So correct me if I'm wrong, but if Misfits were to lose, they would actually be in the first one, I believe, and Mad would be one further. Is that correct, producers? Yes, if Misfits win, yes. And if G2 win, of course, that means Mad also locks Worlds tomorrow. What's your view on kind of the Mad Lions then in the rest of these playoffs now that you just played them? Odo, do you think they'll get back on their feet and may also make it to Malmö, or?
I don't know, honestly, because at the same time, I feel like the level of both teams today was not the greatest, you know? And I felt like they're kind of doing the same thing that they were doing in regular season. I felt like they're kind of picking up wins, but I didn't really feel like, they were really, really good. At the beginning of the split, I think even though they lost to us, I thought that their early part of the season was great and they were playing really, really good. And they were actually, contenders for, the top spot at least in regular season. But I feel like they don't have the same. I don't feel the same playing them now as it was, playing or like seeing them play in the regular season. So I don't know. I think if all stays the same, I think Mad will probably still make it. Now it's up to, how prepared or how much better did Excel and Fnatic get, and also how Misfits will show. But I think Mad should still be, my favorite. But
out of the rest of the field. So
yeah, but you still have the X factor with Fnatic Excel, because they showed really good games during the split at certain moments, and it could always just come back.
Yeah, we talked about it today, saying how it looks like quite an open championship so far. We of course haven't seen a lot of the teams play. Larssen, would you agree with that, or would you say there's a definite Rogue G2 pecking order here?
I think Excel might make a miracle run. Actually, that's just a little. View I have, but maybe they'll make a miracle run. I feel like they might. I think their lower bracket run is not too hard. Probably gonna be like Fnatic, Misfits, and Mad.
Yeah.
So I think I will see Finn. I will see my boy Finn in Malmö, I think.
That would be great. He's been talking about that as well. Fantastic. Do we actually have a player of the series or not? Production. I didn't see it. Oh, it was Comp, and he was interviewed. So that's great. Is that rightful? So it was actually Malrang, Larssen, Comp, Odo. So in the vote, just so you know.
Why did you need to tell me that?
I thought maybe you wanted to know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm so happy that those three were on the vote, and I mean, Com deserved it. Series revolved a lot around both, even though I feel like Larssen was,
Com said Larssen should get it.
I mean, Larssen had a great fist fight 5 games in a row on mid, and he was winning all the fist fights. So I felt like, a bit of an unsung hero, because it was bringing us a lot of stability in the game when everything was kind of like, there was like a lot of
going on,
a lot of chaos everywhere, But the way the games played out, I felt like ADs on both teams were, like central point, and everything was around AD carries, especially going into like mid-late game.
I mean, it was, but it often starts in the mid lane, doesn't it, Larssen? Final question, because I think he maybe is right. Maybe a bit of an unsung hero in the series today. I think a lot of attention went also to how is Niski, the freshly crowned MVP, going to do? He had a little bit of not flame on Twitter, just a little bit of spice on Twitter this morning. But did it fuel you in some way to be like, well, I'm playing versus the MVP. I'm going to show him what's up?
I mean, I don't know. MVP doesn't matter. I mean, I don't know. I felt like it was going to be pretty easy to play mid lane. Okay. So. But I don't know, it was kind of nice like that he got MVP, because it kind of put some pressure on him.
Oh, and I see.
I don't know. I felt like he maybe felt the pressure in the game or something. He didn't feel like the Niski usually played against. He played like fine, but usually plays better, I think. So maybe it like even put some pressure on him, the MVP thing.
Maybe. But don't take anything away from you. You had an unreal series. I think that's safe to say, all of you. Congratulations, making it to Malmo, making it to Worlds. And of course, we'll see you in the rest of the playoffs. You will be playing G2 or Misfits, which, if I have to follow you, it'll be G2, I guess. Yeah. All right. We'll see what happens. Let's take a PGL selfie.
Wow.
What?
I love it.
You love it?
Yes.
You don't love it?
It's my favorite time of the show.
I can never tell if you're serious, Odoamne. I'm just gonna think that you're never
serious.
You're never serious. I'm sweaty, sorry.
Yeah,
It's been a long day. Okay, we're all sweaty. Great. Gamers. Awesome. Thank you guys so much for a wonderful PGL and a wonderful series. Only the beginning of our playoffs. That was all for us. But in the LCS currently, CLG is playing Golden Guardians. I'm just cheating to look if that is... Okay. Bye. Bye, guys. And bye, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow for G2 versus Misfits. Sleep well. By myself? Yep. The LEC is back. Got Rogue and the Mad Lions fighting for a guaranteed spot in Malmö and the World Championship. Rogue versus Mad, one team will claim a ticket to their third consecutive World Championship tonight and to Malmö. Who will take that spot and move on into the upper bracket? It is time to kick off the LEC 2022 Summer Playoffs.
So many low! Sjokz for the first, continuing the chase, looking for the second. He gets away from the Echo Prison, the second secured. Oh! Omen gets the two-man, the prison as well! Comp is down, with Seri down, Mad Lions are emboldened to push forward. It's over here for Rogue. Mad Lions, with the ace, are inside Rogue's base. Rogue are down 0-1 in this best of 5. Let's hit the rift for game number 2. I held my breath to see if Mad Lions could do it. The slicing maelstrom does nothing. It is a static shock on the back of Rogue as Malrang is flying forward, flashing for it. Quadra, Comp looking for the pentakill, unforgiven by some time. It's a kill!
Rogue say, screw you, they throw it back in their face.
Could be Mad with this next win that locks Malmö and that locks their spot at the World Championship. Let's see who takes it. Let's get into game 4.
Oh, Larssen over the wall, plus setup with Trumby. Rogue has been able to find themselves a 10th kill. They're not done yet. Omen's running for his life. Rogue will not go quietly. One more game. Locked inside, ace in the hole, below 1,000 HP. Command attack, double cyclone, and here's the rest.
Omen's in the middle of nowhere.
He's unfortunately teleported into the middle of Rogue. He slices, he culls, he dices, he dominuses, and finally is done. Rogue turn their attention to the Nexus. Rogue lock worlds.